Hello and welcome to another video here at Hobbies and Happiness. My name's Dan, and today we're talking about Aurora. All right, so we've got some Lorcana news that I kind of want to dive into. I wasn't really going to talk about it, but I decided I kind of had to make a video about it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this new card that was spoiled. It is Aurora. So we did see the artwork of Aurora from the original IGN article that posted a couple of weeks ago. And so now we actually have a card to go with the artwork. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the card first. The card is Aurora, Dreaming Guardian. She is a 5-cost Sapphire Floodborn Hero Princess with a 3 attack, 5 defense stat line. Again, we still don't have official confirmation for any of these, but we're pretty certain that that's what all these things mean, okay? She has the Shift 3 ability, which says you may pay 3 whatever the resource is to play this on top of one of your characters named Aurora. And then also has the ability Protective Embrace. Your other characters gain Ward, with the rules text which states opponents can't choose them except to challenge. So I've got a lot here, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about is the ability, the Protective Embrace ability. So essentially it's basically hexproof, okay? If you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, it's hexproof. Okay, so the first thing that I saw when I saw this is the card Shalai, Voice of Plenty. She is an angel with flying. She's a 3/4, which states you, planeswalkers you control, and other characters you control have hexproof. So it gives your entire board except Shalai hexproof. And hexproof means you cannot choose that character to target them with any actions, abilities, nothing. Anything that has the word target, you cannot choose that character. So that's immediately where my mind went to when I saw Aurora. So it's a familiar mechanic, a familiar design space, and which we've seen this before in plenty of other card games. Okay, it's still very powerful, right? Giving protection for your board, your entire board minus that character. Okay, what's very interesting is the rules text. Okay, the rules text states opponents can't choose them except to challenge. Okay, now I know I've said before that I'm not a big speculator and I don't want to speculate, but here's Dan speculating. I thought Dan's, okay guys, I'm gonna speculate a little bit, okay? Because if this is how we're gonna get information by like little drips, then I'm just gonna roll with it, okay? I'm gonna roll with it. Normally, again, if you think hexproof, you can't choose those characters at all. You can't choose them at all. However, with the rules text stating opponents can't choose them except to challenge, to me, what that means is combat is going to be a form of removal, right? In a game like Magic, okay, where your goal is to deplete your opponent's life total from, assuming you're playing the game standard 1v1, drain your opponent's life total from 20 to 0. We still don't know how to play this game, right? I know I'm gonna say it till I'm blue in the face, right? We don't know how to play this game. We don't know what the end goal is. We don't know what we're supposed to do, okay? However, I don't think, and most folks in the community do not think it's going to be a combat-based system where you're going to need to drain your opponent's life from a certain number down to 0. We don't think that's how it's going to work. I'm kind of on that train. I think if they did something like that, that would not go in the spirit of the IP, essentially. So I'm not totally certain how everything's gonna work, but what it seems to indicate is that the creatures or the characters are going to play a big role in that. And then if you're able to remove them in combat by attacking them, essentially, then ward is much worse than hexproof, okay? Because with hexproof, you don't have to put your creature into combat. Like, that's a way to defend your creature, right? Because there is no way of attacking into a creature in Magic. In this game, it seems like challenging is going to be another form of removal. So far, we've only seen essentially 2 pieces of removal. We've seen Maleficent, and then we've seen Dragonfire, the one action card so far that we've seen. Again, right now, the sample size is extremely small. We have we know like 5%, like less than 7%, I think, of the entire card pool in this first set so far. And so a lot of people are making a lot of speculation, which is one of the reasons I've kind of stayed far away from making all these speculations. But now, like, we're getting bits and bits of information that is starting to add up. Okay. And that's why I think Ward is going to be a whole lot worse than Hexproof. If I am able to just not put my creature into combat, then they are way more safe than if my opponent is then able to attack my creature, for instance. So again, seen this type of mechanic before, not surprised to see it here. Still think it's good, still think it's great, but I don't think it's as crazy as some are saying. And also could be me just misreading the room, right? I want to know, what are you excited for? What in this past day, because there was kind of a lot of stuff that dropped, but I only really wanted to talk about the cards, right? Because that is our main thing here, is the cards and the gameplay, right? That's where we live, and that's where we live and breathe. So I want to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Aurora's busted? Do you think she's broken? Or do you think she's meh, or so-so? All right, leave a comment down below. Thanks everybody for being here, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you, everybody.